Hi, it's Tara Green here, and I want to wish you a very, very happy New Year. It is December 31st here, early in the day in Toronto, Canada, where I am, and I wanted to talk about what 2022 means. So, 2022 reduces to the number 6. So, the number 6 is really the guiding number for all of us, universal 6 year, and in the tarot, it is the Lovers. Now, this is one of the most popular, of course, cards to get. The Lovers, number 6, it's at the center of the Tree of Life. It's called Teferet, and it represents beauty. Okay, so we have to learn to bring beauty and love into ourselves and into the world this year. That is the number one mandate. So the number 6 is symbolized by the six-pointed star, which most people associate with the Jewish star, but Jewish people adopted that symbol. It's actually very ancient. It goes back to Egyptian times, to India. It represents the balance of heaven and earth. So the as above, so below. So the upward pointing triangle is the masculine based in the earth, pointing up to spirit, and the downward pointing triangle is the feminine, meaning she comes from spirit and she comes from spirit and she brings the energy down to earth. Okay, so the Lovers, now you can see, if you know astrology, it's got the symbol of Gemini on it. So that might seem very perplexing. I know I was really perplexed when I first saw this card. I had already, studied astrology. So the key with the Lovers here is it is always about the union of the divine complementary opposites. Okay, this is all about polarity. And if you look in the universe, things are self-evident. There is always day, night, yin, yang, black, white, masculine, feminine. I know it's not popular to say that, but they are polarities. So North Pole, South Pole. 2022 is also energetically going to be very much a yin yang kind of year, so that also fits into. So the Lovers. So this divine polarity, everybody, no matter what gender or non-gender, whatever you identify yourself with, has within themselves the divine opposites. Okay, and we need those divine opposites, which are complementary, or else nothing happens, nothing gets created in this universe without that duality, those charges. Again, it's like magnetism, and we are magnets. We have a negative and a positive charge. They attract each other. That's how things get going. Okay, so however you want to reframe that, got to have that balance of the opposites. Okay, can't have black without white, can't have negative without positive. Okay, that's what this universe, this world experience is all about. So honoring the light and honoring the dark as equals. Okay, people want to avoid their shadows. They're in denial. They want to run away from it. But if you don't do your shadow work, you're never truly going to get to the light. Okay, and you always have to keep balancing and looking at them with love. So it's about loving the dark side, not the negative, not what we associate. The word negative has been associated with bad. Okay, negative is not bad. It is just, our own darkness, our own fears, our own shadow qualities, the things that we don't love about ourselves, the projections that we have out there, the people we hate, the people we put down. Those are all our own shadow qualities that we haven't integrated and really love ourselves. So whatever the reason may be, politics, whatever, if you're hating on someone else, that's because you don't really love yourself. Okay, so the one big lesson this year is learning to love all parts of ourselves first, because nothing can be affected on the outside unless we love ourselves within. Now, this is a very hard task, because if you look at the world and you see all the division and all the hate over whatever causes there are, and you know about them, it's because of lack of our own self-love and how out of balance and how unintegrated we are. So this is the sacred alchemy, the sacred union, the sacred marriage in a sense. You have to love yourself. You have to come into divine union and wholeness within yourself. You can see the symbol of the high priest blessing the bride and the groom, the masculine, feminine, and then this holy guardian angel over it all. And it's also the angel of Eros. It's a cherub. So we can see there's the red lion representing a number of things, and the white eagle. Okay, and you can see the robber's snake as well. So there's many, many symbols. The Holy Grail is in this. All of these symbols, if you look deeply into this card, this is the Thoth Tarot. One of the reasons I use this tarot deck is because it has so many symbols on it. You want to look at what all of those mean. Okay, so learning to love ourselves is the key in this year. Also, it's indicated by Jupiter. So the planet Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, yes, that big gas bag, royal purple, wear royal purple this year for Jupiter, has just entered Pisces. It's at 0 degrees Pisces right now. So up until May the 10th or the 11th, depending what time zone you live in, Jupiter in Pisces is very yin. It's very much the feminine energy. It's psychic, it's receptive, it's about dream healing. I'm going to start a dream healing temple shortly, working with our dreams, working with our psychic energy, feeling our oneness. This is our innate oneness. This is what Jupiter in Pisces is. Every 12 years, Jupiter enters Pisces. It's expanding our sense of psychic energy, our connection. It's going to be really emotional. So, you're going to be really overwhelmed with the feels, all of the water signs, especially Cancer and Scorpio, getting that trine. Gemini and Sag get the square from Jupiter. Virgo, of course, gets the opposition from Jupiter and Pisces. So really get in touch with your dreams. There's going to be a lot of past life energy work, vibrational healing. Everything that was kind of woo-woo and on the edge is going to become totally mainstream. But then Jupiter's going to enter Aries. So the 0 degrees Aries point, that's on May the 10th, the 11th again, is the beginning of the zodiac. So it is archetypally like a new year, actually starting then, I would say, in 2022. And then Jupiter in Aries is like totally gung-ho. It is totally, the whole 9 yards, which has a war illusion, actually. And so Jupiter in Aries is, we're now into warrior mode. We're going to start new beginnings. We're going to be mad as hell. We're ready to fight. We're not going to take it anymore. No more passivity. That's Jupiter in Pisces. Now we're going to ready to raise hell and start new initiatives and on the war path. So it's a huge shift, okay? So remember that while Jupiter's in Pisces, it's the time to end, for finishing, completion. It's karmic, Jupiter in Pisces, okay? And Jupiter in Aries, like wham, out of the gate. And then Jupiter will re-enter Pisces again. Will re-enter Aries again on December the 20th. So almost the same dates as it did so in 2021. So, Jupiter's only in Pisces for a little bit more than half the year, so it's very much the yin-yang year ahead, I would say, very much just like the lovers. Now, Pluto is also going to return to where it was on July the 4th, 1776, for the first time on February 22nd, 2022. Yes, it's a very magical, that number, 2022, very magical number. It is a number of, the number 2 in the tarot is called the High Priestess. So to me, it's like 2, 22, 2, 2, 2. That's 7 High Priestesses, and the number 7 is also very sacred, having to do with the number of chakras and following the energy cycles. So first Pluto return's about to happen as well. There's going to be 2 more in 2022. Again, on that date, sacred numerology, the number 22 is the Fool in the tarot, the divine Fool, the one who lives fully in the moment. That is the total soul, the whole soul that comes here to experience, everything on the earth plane. Okay, so the Fool. Hey, let's get the Fool in it right now. Okay, so this is the other meaning of 2022, the Fool. Okay, the Fool is traditionally shown as a young boy, because it's masculine, represents energy, ready to step off a cliff. He's only carrying a little satchel over his back. He's got a little dog nipping at his heels. The Fool is the soul ready to reincarnate. So I'm going to be a fool. I'm going to go back to Earth and put on that meat suit again and go for another round of experience, because this is just like a big amusement park here. From the soul's perspective, there's no pain, there's no death. It's just experiences. Okay, so yes, we, of course, recognize there is evil and good in this world. Of course there is. But those are just experiences that the soul is going through for its past life karma, for its learning. They're young souls as well. But really, we never stop coming back and repeating these cycles, okay? The Fool has a nice little heart energy with the dove. You can see the dove there. That's Venus's symbol. And then there's a lot of Egyptian symbols in this as well. This is very loaded. You can spend a lot of time just deciphering all the symbols in the Fool. But the Fool takes us back to the divine child, who is whole and complete. So 0 and 22 are equal in the tarot, and really it's about enlightenment. So the number 22 has to do with being a master, being already enlightened. That's what the Buddha said, you're already enlightened. So getting back to that, living fully in the moment. That's what Eckhart Tolle tells you, or any meditation. The whole point is to be fully in the moment. Now that doesn't mean you have to sit cross-legged in a lotus position. If you're out walking and your mind is empty and you're just fully sensing where you are in the present moment, it's called the present for a reason, it's a gift, then that's a form of enlightenment, okay? Enlightenment can last sort of a moment, but once you get it, you'll understand it. Okay? So, not reacting from the past, not projecting into the future. That's how we live in the moment. And then we're kind of in awe, like little children are, you know. The divine child kind of is like wowed with the magic and the mystery of the world. So we want to get back to that innocence and trust. And that's what Jupiter and Pisces rules as well. Jupiter and Pisces is about trust and faith and knowing that the universe has your back. Okay? So being the fool, the master, the already enlightened one who doesn't care what anybody else thinks, you know, who lives moment to moment, and the number 6, the root number of 2022. So I wish you love. I wish you foolishness. I wish you new beginnings. I wish you balance. I wish you that sacred marriage within. I wish you harmony. I wish you health. I wish you joy in 2022. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarottarot.com. I'm doing workshops throughout the year. I'm going to create this new dream healing temple very shortly. So I will let you know about that. Again, stay tuned. You can also get on my mailing list at my website. So wishing you many, many blessings.